Hello everyone and welcome to this new video. Today, very quick comment about the match, about uh, the league match, and then we'll have a look at our new youngsters, if any, appear. So let's have a look at what happened. Well, let's first have a look at the score, because I'm somewhat disappointed with this. We lost 1-0, and I'm not disappointed because of the quality of the opponents, because the opponents were very good. And as I said in my video yesterday, these guys are very dangerous for us, because we don't have the traits to really counter them. We don't have the routine back here to the experience back here to counter them, and we usually don't have enough firepower to pierce through this defense. Or, well, we probably do, but the problem is that if we go defensive to protect ourselves from these five nearly monsters, we shouldn't be able to pierce through a defense, even if it plays at they play at a lower level than our strikers. So all in all, very tough opponents. We knew that already. But what has disappointed me the most is this. So we lose 1-0, 49% ball possession for us, 51% ball possession for the opponents, which is somewhat predictable because they have a lot of offensive midfielders, one striker and one central midfielder, no defensive midfielders. So this was somewhat acceptable. But 12 shots for us, 5 for them. 9 shots on target for us, 4 shots on target for them, which means we shot more than double. More than double than they did, and we shot nearly double the times that at the goal, of course, than they did. So we nailed it. I mean, we nailed the tactics. Something went wrong, but it was not the manager's fault, if we want to say it like that. I believe we did everything we had to do. We just don't have the players to beat them. But to be honest, 1-1 would have been fair, more fair, way more fair. I really, I'm disappointed. I'm just disappointed. Then, there we go. We have. I'm sorry, there's a mosquito around here. So let's have a look. Also, Variopinto was injured, and as far as I can remember, Shorey was disqualified. So very bad news for the next match. But we'll see. We'll see. We might be able to compensate. So let's quickly have a look at the standings. We're still on in the 4th place. Let me update this because I'm not sure. I think Cervi de la Gliba should be ahead. No, they aren't. They probably lost. So we are still stuck at 35 points, which is not bad news. But now, no, we're still at 11 points from the 11th position, which is not what I was aiming at for this point in time. I was nearly sure that by the 20th, 21st match into the campaign, we should have been at 42, 44, 45 points already. But this is not the case, unfortunately. So yeah, somewhat disappointed. Would be at 38 right now, 6 points away from 7 points away from the target. That would be way better, way better. And as you can see, Castagna are not extremely successful either. So it's really this match that went wrong somehow, for some reason. And I'm sorry, it's just a bit disappointing because the time where you do mistakes, well, you lose, it's fair. The time where you nail the tactics perfectly and your players demonstrate, your players show clearly that they can shoot more, but they don't score at all, whilst the opponents can score once out of 4 shots on target. Well, what happens then when you make mistakes? It doesn't make that much sense to me. It doesn't really. So yeah, let's go ahead. So as you can see, Larik just stayed here because I was not able to hire him on time for before the previous before the last training session. So he's been sitting here for this week. Hopefully it's not too late for hiring him in case we needed to. So let's set the parameters here. I'm gonna kill this mosquito at a certain point. Let's have a look. Let's reveal all of them. So, offensive midfielder left, 4 points with crossing, low. Technique is good. Physical skills are good. Even the work rate's good. Some defending skills are not really required, but yeah, they're not totally wasted. And finishing skills are somewhat decent, but probably not enough for a left offensive midfielder. He's 17, so he might earn us some money, but we don't have room for players like that, I'm afraid. So let's fire him. So 3 stars potential here. Offensive midfielder left or midfielder left. Crossing is very low. Pace is very low for a left midfielder. So I'm afraid we'll have to fire him, despite the fact that he was 17. But I'm afraid we can't afford such a player. Well, Errati instead is interesting. He's 17 years old. He's got 7 points with finishing, 7 points with long shots, good technique, good heading. So he's got everything it takes to become a good striker. So with good professionalism, in my opinion, he might even get up to 4 stars if we are optimistic. But at the same time, we kept Larikia sitting here. He's got high potential. He hasn't got the perfect traits for a striker, and not even for an offensive midfielder either. But I believe that he's going to be easier to train, because training him with tactical drills, which will mean improving his work rate, positioning, and passing. And since his finishing skills are somewhat high, probably long shots, finishing, and tackling will be the first ones to improve anyway, even if we don't train them. So, and of course, finishing is very interesting for a striker. So let's hire him first, and we'll see. Of course, we won't be able to sign Errati, but we'll see what we have to do with him. Larik, yeah, let's update the training screen, and let's have a look and scout him just to see what his degree of professionalism is. What's his degree of professionalism? Bad professionalism, so he won't get anywhere anyway. I'm afraid we can't afford to have such a player within our squad, so fire him. It's not that bad in the sense that he's missed 1 training session, and it's, when you're 17 it's extremely important, at least in the game, of course. So I'm not that dissatisfied with the decision we had to make. I'm not entirely sure whether I want to hire this guy though. We don't have room. should we sort of risk to waste one place for him? Well, in the meantime, we'll be selling at least one player, so next week we'll be able to hire at least one more. Let's try and scout him then. We'll update the training screen as well, just to make sure we can train him properly. And then scout. Let's scout him with Ciampolini. Bad professionalism. Not interested. So, yeah. One room or one place is free, and a squad is thinner and less expensive. So yeah, not fully satisfied with this scouting session, but we had a couple scouting sessions that were extremely satisfying in my opinion. So lately, so I'm not complaining. I can't really complain about this one in particular because we had a couple good sessions, so very happy with it. The one concern I have is that this Limbo guy was supposed to have 4.5 stars potential. But he's 20 already, and he hasn't got 3.5 stars even. So he's supposed to get up to 4.5. How is this gonna happen? And to be honest, I was already dreaming about him playing in the first team, but right now perspectives are not that good. I haven't got it. I haven't killed it, unluckily. But yeah, broken dreams, I'm afraid. Well, so far, we'll see what the future will bring. Well, we'll see. But anyway, guys, yeah, I'd rather say some more disappointing gaming session today. We'll see tomorrow with our new lineup if we're able to nail the tactics as well. So, thanks a lot again for watching, and see you in the next video. Bye.